What's going on, everybody? Vince Goodrum here. It is Monday evening, just getting back home from the gym. And a lot of you guys have been blowing up my channel, as well as even some people even called up my office line in regards to Dan the Bodybuilder. And, I've been delayed as far as making a response because I had to do a research based on the information you guys have given me. So I'm ready to answer now. A lot of you guys have been asking me as to whether Dan the Bodybuilder is a scam artist. Did he go and ass fuck everyone over for money? Is he a liar? Is he a cheater? Is he a deceiver? And has he deceived everybody into giving him $18,000? Well, let the great one answer that question for you here. And here's my whole thing about it, and I'm going to make this really brief. At this present time, I've not found any type of real evidence to conclude that he was full of shit. Now, subsequently, anytime that I make a decision on whether someone needs to get their ass whipped or not, I have to factor in the evidence before giving a positive answer. And based upon the information I have right now, there is not enough information to conduct an Order 66 on Dan the Bodybuilder, in my opinion. When there is some evidence that is available that is sufficient, then at that point in time, I will order a 66. Now, initially I was doing the Order 88s, but I have been recently informed by some of my Jewish friends that unbeknownst, and this is something I wasn't aware of, that Order 88 can be construed as Nazi ideology, and I am definitely not a supporter of Nazis. The Order 88 was actually a Star Wars reference, so I don't want to get any confusion. So from this point on, there will be no more Order 88s. There will just be Order 66, if need be. But we're getting off subject here. Does Dan the Bodybuilder deserve a beat down? Not at this present time. And I have heard the comments from Jerry Ward. I've heard from Nick Strength and Power. And I definitely respect their opinions. But, going and asking someone that's in the hospital for receipts, is a little bit too early. We need to give Dan the Bodybuilder a little bit of extra time in order to explain himself. You understand? There's not been enough time that's passed. You have to give him the opportunity to present the evidence at hand there. You guys have every right to ask questions there. I'm not disputing that at all. After all, a lot of you guys have donated money to Dan the Bodybuilder. I've not donated a dime to him. But I definitely get where you guys are coming from. And I do understand, that you're very concerned about the money that you've donated. And here's my whole thing. Before you donate to anyone, regardless as to what you hear on the internet, whether I go and put up a GoFundMe link, this is your money, so you have to spend it wisely. And with that being said, just because someone, even if Dan the Bodybuilder went and scammed anyone, we have to go by the information that we have available there, because it's a serious situation there. And if Dan the Bodybuilder is lying, believe me, there's a lot of serious repercussions that can take place. Number one, he's trading in his reputation for $18,000. If you go and scam someone, there's no coming back. He'll never find work again in the bodybuilding industry. No one will ever trust him. He won't be able to make videos. No one's going to ever subscribe to him. He's trading in his entire reputation for $18,000. Period. Not only that, he can face criminal action whenever he gets back to the United States for charity fraud. No different than that homeless man and that couple went and cheated people out of $250,000. Even though this is a lesser amount of $18,000, the penalties are still the same. It's still a felony offense. And if Dan the Bodybuilder has lied about his raising money for something that didn't happen there, even if he had an infection rather than the abscess, and if he had lied at any point in time about actually needing $30,000 or even $18,000 for surgery, then that's a criminal offense. And none of us actually have to go and testify. GoFundMe as a company will go and seek prosecution against Dan the Bodybuilder, period. But at this point in time, we are only speculating as to whether Dan the Bodybuilder is lying or not. So we need to afford him a little bit of extra time to come up with the evidence, come up with the receipts there, to let everyone know that he's telling the truth there. But at the same time, even if he is lying, this shouldn't stop us from being charitable, especially around this time of the year. If we see a bodybuilder, if we see a fellow brother in arms in trouble, it is our obligation to help them out in any way possible, period. And that's all I got to say. Jerry Ward, Nick Strength and Power, and everybody else that has brought this to my attention, I definitely understand your concerns. Your opinions are very valid. But when it comes to the great one's opinion, me, Mr. Vince Goodrum, I say let this marinate for a bit and let Dan the Bodybuilder have the opportunity to respond. And that's all I got to say today, people. You guys take care.